guys, Kayla here.
Hi guys, Mora here.
How are you guys doing? We've missed you guys so much. Oh my gosh. So we're back to doing girl talk. I mean, yay. We got so many incredible messages from you guys last year about, you know, just the kind of impact that girl talk had in your lives, and we thought it was a very unifying factor for our friendship, right?
It was.
Yeah, and I feel like it gave us so much purpose. So I'm gonna let Mora introduce herself. I mean, she doesn't need an introduction, but
my name is Mora. You know what? I feel like I don't really want to introduce myself. Like I am such a multifaceted, complex individual. I cannot fix my life in 3 statements.
Oh.
So I am more than what I do. I am more than my age. I am more than. So none of that stuff matters.
Absolutely.
I am Mora, and I am a young woman trying to live life the right way.
Yes.
Trying to impact lives, trying to be successful, and bring my best. That's what do you do, Mora? I do
my best.
And that should be enough. You can also tell us about you.
I mean, what can I say after that introduction?
We are both
women doing our best, okay? Yeah, so we wanted to shoot this as an introductory episode to discuss why we were gone, because I think just moving forward, we just wanted this journey with you guys as well to be very authentic, to be a very real reflection of our own individual lives, both together and separately. Yes. So wanted to tell you guys, come clean. Wanted to come clean with you guys in regards to why we were gone for so long.
So guys, we broke up.
You know, I feel like we're those YouTube couples, you know, those who have like...
No, we split.
We split.
We had a friendship breakup.
That is true. We had a friendship breakup.
We weren't talking for months. And we just wanted to actually come on here and discuss it, because friendship breakups are a real thing. And
yeah, they are.
It's worse than not even sometimes, it's always worse than a romantic breakup.
Yes, absolutely.
So we wanted to come and like discuss why we were not talking for all those months.
Yeah.
Because relationships are complex.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show that to everybody. Like you're not alone, everybody's relationship is complex.
Yeah.
And relationships take work. So maybe we can start from the time we stopped talking. Maybe that was June. When is your birthday? June.
Yes.
So we stopped talking the day after Kayla's birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can take it from there, because it was your birthday.
Look how she's just putting it on me. Yeah, so I mean, truth be told, Mora was dating this guy who I didn't like. I mean, it's not that, I mean, he was a cool guy, right?
I know we said honest, but that honest, girl?
No, we need to be very frank. Guys, I'm telling you, we're not going to be holding anything back in this coming episodes. Like, you're going to really get to know us so intimately, which is a little bit scary, you know, because...
You want to give them your kidney after this?
No, we need to, like, you guys, you need to sign an NDA.
Honest?
Yes, if you are going to be watching our content, you need to sign an NDA.
Please reach out to us. We are lawyers. We'll draft. We'll send it to you.
Yes.
We'll sign on the internet and send it back.
Thank you.
Okay. So I was dating this guy you didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like him. And the reason was the operative word there is was.
Thank you.
I just felt like I didn't like the people that we were in that space, in the space of your relationship, because I felt like, I mean, obviously, I mean, we've taken the time, gone to therapy, you know, done all those things, worked on our communication, but I think at that time we weren't really communicating as effectively as we are right now. And I feel like the headspace that she was in the relationship was, I don't know, like, just, it was very haphazard. I think there were very high highs and there were very low lows, okay? Like, the lows were insane. And at some point, I felt like it was not sustainable, you know, because I think by extension of me being her friend, we had to, like, I would be with her everywhere, you know, and if she's going somewhere with her man, obviously she's like, you know, okay, like, because, I mean, granted, we had a very good time. Like, we used to have, you know, fun.
We had fun.
Fun.
Thank you,
Fun.
X.
Thank you, Person X. the time of our lives during that season, but then a lot of things came with that, because I think we were just in this headspace that was very, I don't know, like, just for lack of a better word, like combustive.
Very combustive.
Very, very combustive. It's like we used to do things to the extreme of doing them. It's like if we have said today we are meeting and we are having fun, guys.
It is to have fun. Like if we meet on Friday and we say this weekend we are partying.
We are partying
from Friday to Sunday night, even Monday morning.
Even
that's when we are leaving each other.
That's when we are leaving.
And we never used to care what anybody had to say.
Yes, exactly.
Our parents would be calling us, and we are just like, we said we are out. What's the problem? So I think
so I think it made us get into a lot of conflict with the very important people that are in our lives, you know, our parents, even our friendship. And unfortunately, one of the incidences that rocked our friendship was when I had my car accident. There was this one time, obviously a weekend of enjoyment, of combustive enjoyment.
Of being ministers of enjoyment.
Guys, I mean, if you think, I think it's just because I think we're just not like, we don't post everything on social media.
We post nothing.
We post nothing on social media, guys. I mean,
we were life choppers.
We were literally eating life with the biggest spoon. We were eating with the serving spoon. We were really eating life. And then I ended up getting into an accident because something crazy happened the night that we were together at Person X apartment. And then I had to get Mora home, you know, because I think all the girls who are like girls relate, you know. I feel like if you ever feel like your friend is in an uncomfortable situation with her partner, emotionally, physically, mentally, I feel like it becomes a priority for you. Yeah, like, I mean, it's girl code. Like, you need to get them out of that place immediately. And I think at that time, like, I wasn't thinking about anything other than I just want Mora to be okay. And if she feels like she cannot be okay when we are here, then I need to
go.
Yeah, we need to leave. Like, I need to take her where she feels safe. And then in the midst of that, obviously, I got into a car accident, which was hard. I think for me, I was just trying to balance so many emotions, you know, in regards to, okay, I mean, this was a near-death scenario. Like, you could easily lose your life. And I mean, yeah, people will mourn you, but the reality of it, and I think what I found so hard to get over was that, like, they would just move on, just be like another crazy weekend, because we had so many crazy weekends during that season. We would just be like, oh my god, that weekend that Kayla died, which was hard. It was really, really hard, I think, to process that emotionally and to kind of get back into the friendship immediately, I think. But we actually survived that. Like, we survived that whole situation. And then what else do you think defined our breakup?
So
I feel like contributed largely to our breakup.
I feel like when even I was getting into this situation, I'm not gonna call it a relationship moving forward. But when I got into the situation, we were both in the same headspace.
So
we were in a very escapist headspace. So we just wanted to escape reality and have a bomb time. And
guys, just to give context, it was like when COVID hit, right? I mean, this is when, like, you couldn't go anywhere. Everything was locked by 7, you know, so life, there wasn't much to do.
So when it started opening up, so I had already started seeing the sky, and I just felt like we were both in a very escapist headspace. So there were different things we were escaping, but we were unified by one thing: we were both escaping. So we're having trouble in school, and rather than thinking about school, rather than focusing on that, and it's not like we were going to go to school anyway because it was closed.
It was closed.
So here we are with this situation that we cannot do anything about. And now, I mean, what is there to do but to take life? So we're in this very escapist, combustive space where we would have a good time, like, for, you know, a weekend, wait till the weekend, have a combustive time, and even midweek, so we would do that a lot. So I remember we were after the accident, it was really hard, but somehow
we managed.
Yeah. So we went from there, and from then on, as you know, because we had a conversation about it, but it wasn't really a conversation.
Yes.
It was like, how can we get over this quickly so that we can go back to combustive living?
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, so we can go back to destructiveness, and that was like, I think, the comfort point in our friendship. The fact that we weren't ready to deal with difficult conversations, difficult life situations.
So that's what happened, and then after that we got past it. We continued living dangerously. I'm telling you, we were ever fighting with our parents. If we're not fighting with Kayla's mom, we are fighting with my mom. As in, we were ever fighting with people.
Yes,
we were. And we were just in and out, like, why are people living like this? This is dangerous. Can't you people see you almost died? You are still not satisfied. You want to die. After that, I started saying, like, Kayla was just like, I would ask her, like, oh, do you want to do XYZ? And she would be like, no, I'm not sure. Or she would be on the way, then she'll get someone and she'll be like,
yes,
actually, I can't do it. And I felt like I never pressured you to do anything. So I was like, babe, if you feel uncomfortable, because this is my situation, if you feel uncomfortable, please don't come. But obviously I would love to have you here because we are always together. So this continued, and I felt like we went through this thing passively until the time of her birthday. So even before her birthday we were kind of struggling because there was an array of issues before that. So for me, I used to feel like we're different people. How Kayla is and how she communicates and how I am and how I communicate are very different. I'm not the friend who will call you up and be like, you're on some, you know, I'm not the friend who calls you out.
For sure.
I'm the friend who is like, okay, so where you at? Where you at?
I'll meet you where you're at.
I'm not going to try to pull you up to my level. Like me, I'm doing this, and so I can't be your friend because you're in that place. So I'm those people who are like, okay, you want to party? Is that how you feel today? You feel depressed? Okay, let's party. So you want to come to your self-realization? Okay, let's do it. So I feel like that passiveness also contributed. Because Kayla is those people who she had entered a place after her accident where she was growing spiritually.
For sure.
She was growing spiritually, and she had gone on this whole journey of self-growth. And as she was growing, I felt like she was leaving me behind. So as she was growing, she was making all these changes in her life, but she would just be like, okay, I don't know, like, catch up soon. So as she grew,
but you know, weirdly enough, I feel like that's not the narrative that I have, because I think that for me, I actively tried to, like, I'm that friend who will be like, okay, fine, I'm in this new space, let me bring you into this new space. And I feel like you're the opposite of that. I feel like even on my spiritual journey, because I got into a very intensive spiritual journey at the beginning of 2020. Like, guys, I cannot even explain to you what that season of my life was like. Beginning of 2021, exactly. So I really felt like I had to shed off a lot of things that I had been doing in the previous year that I felt like were not contributing at all to the person that I wanted to become. And maybe, you know, that was based off of having a near-death experience, because I think that changes you to very core. And even just that year, I think, was the most difficult year for me emotionally. I went through, I can't even begin to describe.
That year she went through, so Kayla sometimes she doesn't deal with things when they come. They all come crashing on her at once. So maybe it's a situation in her past that she didn't really close off. Maybe it's these feelings, you know, even in families are difficult. And there are just so many things, and she felt like there's somewhere she wanted to be and she needed to be, and she wasn't there. So all these issues, after, I think they were already in your mind, but after the near-death experience, it just
became real.
She was like, oh my god, I can actually die at any time. So after that, we stopped hanging out like a lot. So I would hang out with both these people separately for a while. Then in June, I think.
By those people, you mean me and Person X, right?
Yeah, you and Person X. So by June, I think June. So we went through this thing passively where I felt like I was trying, but I felt like you were resigned. But me, I was trying. I was like, okay, hey, what are you doing? Can I come? Can I support you? But she had already grown a lot, and she was just like, she was just still in the growth spiritual zone, and I was anything but growing in spiritual. So June comes. It's her birthday. I call her up. We weren't even supposed to hang out that day.
Yeah. No, you forgot it was my birthday.
No, I had not forgotten.
Really?
I had not forgotten. I had not forgotten at all. I had asked you the previous week, do you want to do anything for your birthday? And as usual, you said
no.
As usual, you said no.
I said no.
But then, yeah, on that day, and even I remember that day we were supposed to, we talked in the morning and we talked during the day.
Yeah.
But you were kind of like passive about your birthday. You went and said you were going to find clothes for styling.
Yeah.
So I called her up. I'm like, yo, how are you? What did you do? She's like, I'm at Toy Markets, just shopping for clothes. I'm like, okay. You know, I don't know if you want to come, but here is where I'm at.
Yeah.
So you can come if you like.
Yeah.
You know. So she came over. We had a combustive time. And of course, there was trouble at the end of the combustive time.
Yes, as usual.
As usual. And I felt like, and I feel like at that time, Kayla was at the threshold of trouble. She was like, I can't
tolerate it
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, she was just like, this is just causing a lot of problems in our life.
Yeah.
Like, this version of ourselves is very destructive.
Yes.
And she was like, Mora, I feel like you do this, I feel like you do that, I feel like you do this.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. I didn't really say much.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if that's how if you feel that you need to take a break, you should.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually talk for a while after that. But in my mind, I was always thinking that, listen, we were in this escapist space together.
Yeah.
You graduated. I never made you feel bad that if you don't want to do something with me, I don't love you. You know I love you, die. But you have, it's now easier that, now this is what I'm saying. I felt like it was easier for you to blame me rather than no, as an adult. And I always say that you have a choice. You can actually say no. I'm sorry, but no. I can't do that. Sorry, but this. Sorry, but, and I felt like even things that were unrelated to me, it suddenly became about me. You know, things that we had agreed to do together. And for me personally, I'm better at talking to people. I'm better at like calling and saying, hi, you know, we're going to be away for XYZ. And we're not, you know, I'm good at that. So I felt like all of a sudden it became my fault that we're in this escapist place when we were in it together, as a matter of fact. And I felt like you discounted all the wonderful things about our friendship and you reduced it to a few combustive nights. That's what it was reduced to. And so we didn't talk for a while. So we were just having, for me, it felt like that time we weren't talking, I just felt really spited. I felt really spited. And I just felt like you were being unfair. And I also felt like you had, I always say this to you, sometimes I feel like you're very rash. Like you decide something and you decide it and it's like, okay, next. When that's not the reality about things. I always feel like you're rash. So I felt like you were being rash. I felt like you weren't being, of course I understood my part in it and I said, you know, Kayla, I'm sorry, but I still felt like you needed someone to blame and the easiest person to blame was me. So we didn't talk and I was feeling bad that whole time because I'm like, but you can't point out one wrong thing. Like, you can't say, Mora, you did this to me. Like, you don't care about me. You don't love me. You leave me alone. You don't support me. Because I don't feel like I'm that kind of person. And I didn't feel like I was like that, especially in our friendship. So when we weren't talking, it was so hard for me. Because things would happen and I would be like, I need to tell Kayla about this. And then I can't. It's like, okay. And then imagine seeing this person all the time. And me and Kayla, we could even talk on the phone for 3 hours.
That's so true. Even the whole day.
The whole day we
are on the phone, guys. I mean, and Mora is a caller, you know. And I feel like I'm more of a texter. But Mora, she will call me for, like, you call me like 6 times in a day. Like, just to update me about how her day has gone, what has happened. So because of that, like, we used to talk on the phone for so long. So imagine now having this person and then to not having them. So it's just like, okay, who do I call? Oh my god, I was just like, okay. But you know what, it's okay. So I also understood that one thing about me is that I always understand that relationships are complex. So I never went anywhere and said, you know, I fought with that. I was just like chill. I was just like, okay, if someone even asked me how is Kayla, I'll say she's fine. Or how is she doing? I'll tell you, yeah, she's okay. She's running her business. She's busy. Because I don't feel like it's necessary for me to say, you can't imagine, you can't believe, because me and
me and Kayla, we can sort out our issues.
Yeah.
But if I rope somebody into the issue,
yeah,
it becomes more complicated to solve it.
True.
You know? So
that's true.
That's how.
But I feel like I'm so embarrassed to admit that I'm the opposite. I'm very like talk about it to someone else, and be like, I feel some type of way because this person did this and this. But I feel like what you've taught me, and I think that's so important, is just that aspect of separating issues. Like if you fall out with somebody, you don't have to go and talk about them to someone else. Because issues can be resolved and connections can be rekindled, relationships heal. But then when you paint this picture of this person, and usually it's never the full picture, right?
Yeah, it's just your side.
It's your interpretation of the series of events, right? But then now you leave this person with a prejudiced opinion of the person that you are talking about.
Yeah, when that's not the truth. And then after that, and that's why I don't talk about my conflicts with other people. Yeah, when I get along with a person and we start talking again, I'm the one who looks dumb.
That's true.
But you told me that this person is dumb and abusive. Yeah, so it's like
yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, maybe you like abuse.
Yeah.
So it's very you need to separate it. So I'm not saying don't talk about it. Talk about it, but don't go like, hello Judas. Hello Thomas. Hello Jane. As in, you don't have to. You can tell two people. It's okay to tell some people like it hurts. I feel bad. I feel this, but then to go doing gospel, to do crusade. Is that fair? Is that fair?
To be going and doing crusade.
Not really.
That's very true.
And especially especially if you're over 18.
Yeah.
There's no need. Absolutely no need for you to do that.
If you're grown. Yes.
Yeah, at that time sometimes we would text and it would be very angry texts.
Yes.
Like, Mora.
Yes. What?
Mora, comma. I really feel that. And I don't feel appreciated and I don't like it. And I'm just like,
no, but
Mara is a texter.
I'm a texter, guys. Oh my god.
She's an author. She can write you 6 paragraphs. You press.
Yeah.
Read more.
Continue. Continue reading. I swear that's me. Like so I'm a composer.
Yeah. So I would just read, and I would be like, Kayla, I feel that's unnecessary. I feel that.
And I get so mad, because I feel like Mara just normally when she's okay, her texting is aggressive. I normally feel like your text is aggressive. Like
she over punctuate.
She does okay, full stop. Hi, full stop. You're good, full stop. And I'm like,
you're good,
no emojis.
You're good, question mark. Guess why? Grammar. Okay? Do you want me to be texting you like four?
She doesn't even put emojis, which is so frustrating because you can feel like someone is angry. It's like, are you angry? Are we fighting?
No,
but it was something that I had to adjust in our friendship.
Okay, but many people have told me.
Are you upset?
Even Joy has told me that. She's like, Mora, your tone is very bad on text.
Yeah.
I can just sound like I'm like,
yes.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm merely conveying a message with punctuation. So that's why after I realized my tone was bad on text, I started calling people more. Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, I can say this to this person, and then it's can up. So what happened is that we didn't talk for a while, and we would talk in intervals, sometimes good.
Yeah.
Sometimes just hey.
Hey, yeah.
Then she would be like, hey, I'm good. But I think I'm the one who used to like call you to ask you how you are.
Yes, for sure.
And I don't know, and sometimes I felt like when I would call you, I don't know, something would just tell me like, call Kayla.
Which is weird actually, because I feel like Mora always calls me like in my lowest moments. Like she'd call me, she's like, hi, how are you doing? I'm just
like what happened is that after that I think time is also a healer.
Time is, yes, and I think that has played a big role in our friendship.
So we took time off, we never used to talk or anything.
Yeah.
Then in December last year.
Yeah. You called
me.
Her. Yeah, you called me and you were like, oh, I saw a car that looks like yours, and I was in Hurlingham. I think that's what you told me. But you know, I actually feel like, and this is, I think, just us kind of describing to you how we recovered our friendship, and maybe it can be instrumental in you if you have been in the same situation and you're trying to recover a friendship that was important to you with somebody else. And I feel like Mora really tried. I can't even take any credit for us being here today shooting this video, you know. I mean, she called me to buy stuff from my business, like just random. And you know, sometimes I just used to be like, do you even care, or are you just like calling to just to like talk to me, you know?
Well,
so she called me.
Are you a call center?
No, but she would call me sometimes, and you're like, oh, you know, Kayla, I saw this, and this reminded me of you.
But
and I'm like,
I feel like between the two of us, I'm like the more mushy one.
Yeah.
Kayla is more.
No,
you're not like that, but you're more reserved with things like, hey, missed you, love you so much.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and me, I'm just like, hey, love you, I miss you so much. How are you? I'm so happy to see you.
That's true.
So I just felt like if this person was important to me, and I try not to discount my previous interactions with people.
Yeah.
So this person was important to me, and I love them, and I want them to be in my life, even if not now, but in the future. I want to know that they're fine.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see if they're okay. And she's going to say about, you know, clothes, but I'm not going to not be smart because we argued. I must still shine.
Yeah.
What's the problem? So yeah, so I called her in December one time, like last year, and I think I had just recovered from COVID. I called her up, I'm like, yo, listen, I just recovered from COVID, you know, I had COVID. And that COVID time, I remember we talked, you were asking me something about apartments.
Yeah.
So we talk, I call her, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. She says, I'm staying in place X, that was not far from my place. And she's like, come tomorrow, we should catch up. I say, oh, of course, I'm on my way. So I come, it's like old times. It actually felt like no time had passed.
It felt like no time had passed for sure.
So we just started talking, and we just started going through, like, with the help of another person, we must say.
Yes.
To go through the issues and to talk about stuff.
Yeah, that day it was really emotional.
It was
actually.
It was. But also I felt like one of the reasons I kept on trying to talk to you is because I always told you this. I feel like in our relationship, Kayla is the more creative execution person, and I'm like the ideas person.
Yeah.
So I always knew that our friendship is not just for laughing.
Yes.
I always knew, and I always told Kayla, like, man, I really feel like there's so much for us to do together.
Yeah.
Because we are very different, and we bring different things.
Yeah.
So I was like, are we going to sacrifice this vision and this purpose that God gave us because we fought over somebody who no longer is in my life?
Life.
I must say, another thing is that the person was no longer in my life.
Yes, for sure. That is very important to
the person was no longer in my life for months, not like some 2-3 weeks. I'm like, okay, so hey, like for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
And I also felt like during that time that person was not in my life, I also grew.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
you know,
I also grew, and
I feel like there's a part of me that always felt like that person was a big hindrance to your growth because you were so different with them. The Mora I knew.
Really?
Yeah. I was just like, damn, like, why are you putting yourself through this?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it wasn't the healthiest situation.
Yeah, it wasn't healthy.
It was very complicated, very
involving,
involving, emotionally, energy draining. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, but I just feel like the time I came to it, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I just started to fix things slowly, and even me, I took the time to grow, and I also accepted, like, actually, I understand what Kayla was trying to say. You know, and so at the end of the day, I think more than anything, we extended grace and forgiveness to one another. Yeah,
which is important. Have you seen that tweet that says that women need to extend grace more often to one another?
Yeah.
The same way they do to exes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you get your girlfriend does something, you get so pissed off, and then your nigga,
he's turning you upside down, and you're just like, that's my baby. He's a complex individual.
No, but you know, relationships are tough. You're okay with relationships being tough in your romantic life, but you're not okay with relationships being tough, like, when it's your friend.
Yeah.
So I think we just extended more grace and like understood each other.
Yeah, and I think for me, even what was bigger was just the understanding that I mean, as women, we are better together. And I feel like sometimes friendship breakups can make you lose sight of that. They can make you lose sight of the kind of supportive friend you had, the attentive friend that you had. Everything boils down to that one moment that you felt slighted. And that's not to say, guys, that every friendship is like that. I mean, every situation is very different and every friendship is different. But I feel like for me, and just what you had mentioned earlier, I think I conflated all those great moments in our friendship to that one or those few terrible experiences that we had. And it was just like automatically like, you know what? To hell with sisterhood, to hell with this, to hell with that.
Strong point. I always feel like Kayla, you have a very easy time. So let me tell you guys, Kayla is she has a very simple time getting over things.
Do I?
Yes. Kayla can sit down and she's like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to this person again. And that's it. She just picks her phone. Let me take my phone. She's like, we can even be sitting in the car and she's like, you know what? This person, they disrespected me.
No, I'm very big on respect.
Yeah. So she's
very big on respect.
So she's just going to go to her phone book and block the person without an indication, like she's very, and then she's like, I was okay before this person, and I'll be okay after. And it's okay, my life can move on. But the truth is that sometimes some connections, it's just human beings and people are not bags. So you cannot replace a person like a handbag. Like, okay. But the slightest inconvenience, this is not working for me. And vamos.
I mean, yes. No, I mean, I agree, but I think that even at this point in my life right now, just in my early 20s, and I think it's very important for every woman to understand the kind of values that you hold dear as a person. And for me, those things are like a code of conduct. And I think for one of the most important things is respect. And every time that I feel disrespected, I can even have a panic attack because I just can't believe that this is happening. When you can't conceive that a situation is happening to you.
Kayla today told me, I don't understand how someone can meet me and not be in love with me.
Oh my god. No, honestly.
She was like, and she was so serious. We were taking pictures and then she's like, Mora, how can someone meet me and not be in love with me?
No, but it's because, and even that's just what I was saying. I feel like I'm getting to this place in my life where I am gaining a level of confidence that I just want to be unshakable in myself, in what I believe that I have to offer. So sometimes some things can just seem like absurd. It's like when you know you're amazing and then someone is like,
but are you that amazing?
But are you that amazing? And you're like, I am amazing. And they're like, but are you really? It becomes crazy to you that even that was even a question in the first place. Anyway, we digress. I was talking about coming up with just a list of fundamental core values that you don't want to ever stray away from. And I think it's important for every woman to you need to sit down and ask yourself, what are the things that are important to me in a friendship, in a partnership, and most importantly in my relationship with myself, and be like, okay, fine, these are the things that I can never ever compromise on. And if I know that if I compromise on this, then I am not giving myself I've lost an essence of myself. I'm not giving myself the best possible version. Yes, I feel like young women generally don't think about those things as such. The way we are raised, it's like you're raised to cater to everybody else, you know. Okay, we'll talk about this in another video, but I think for me it was just thinking about the concept of having children. I felt like, I mean, who tells us that, I mean, you get to a certain point in life, you get a job, you graduate, you get a job, you get married, you have kids. And at the moment that I asked myself, but do I really want that? Is that a reality? That I want for myself? Or is this something that I feel like I just have to do? Because, I mean, that is the cycle of life. And I feel like the moments that I just kind of took a pause and I sat down and I was just like, okay, like, fine, what are the things that you want? It was very clear to me what I expected out of friendships, what I expected out of relationships, what I expected out of myself. And that doesn't mean that I get it right all the time. I mean, I struggle half of the time. It's very, very hard to commit to a set of standards. guys, let me tell you something. It is so difficult to commit to even the things that you want for yourself, the things that are going to be beneficial to you. It's so hard to commit to them, and a lot of the times you fall off the bandwagon, and you feel disappointed. Half the time you let yourself down.
I think another reason we didn't record Girl Talk series for a long time is because we were in a state of confusion. All these things that Kayla is saying, she realized them when we were apart.
Yes, that's very true.
So it was just like, what are we coming on the internet to tell people?
Yeah.
When we don't even know what's going on, and that's a serious case of imposter syndrome, of feeling like I'm only worthy and I'm only worth paying attention to when I'm at this stage.
Yes.
When I'm doing this. I was even asking Kayla now, what authority do we have as an executives of a company?
Yeah, she was like, we're not the CEOs of Safaricom, so you need to dambia please.
Yeah, so but I think that's also coming from a place where we're always told that you have these are the things that give you value.
Yes.
Or you're only valuable when you perform well in school, when you have a job that pays you this.
Yes.
That's only when you're valuable.
Yes.
But you are valuable just because you are here.
Yes.
Like God for us, the universe or whatever you believe in, it's intention for you to exist here. Is that not enough?
I think that's enough. I think just even at this stage in our lives where we're figuring things out, that's why it was so important for us to come back and record Girl Talk, because I mean, I feel like a lot of young women are in the same space, but it's so hard to sometimes have conversations about it, because again, we're presenting this curated and aesthetic version of ourselves on social media. We only post when we're on vacation, or when you're on a flight, and I mean, those raw moments that make life messy, the moments that feel like setbacks, a lot of the times they're not highlighted, they're not documented.
And I think that's one of the visions we have for this platform. We really wanted to create a community of young women going through real things together. We felt like when I search on the internet, it's very hard for me to find resources that I actually need from real people who are going through the same things I'm going through. Maybe not the same, but kind of the same, you know. So we really want this to be a community of just young women trying to figure it out together.
Yes.
We don't have the answers, actually.
We don't.
We are going to just try
we don't, guys. Yeah. I mean, we don't. We don't know anything. We don't. We have.
So we just want to try and figure it out together and to navigate this space we're in together. And who is welcome to come on our platform? And everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Yes.
So let's grow together. I cannot wait for all you guys. You can't wait for all the stuff we have in store.
Absolutely.
Informative stuff, it is instrumental stuff, it is life-changing stuff, if I can say so.
Yeah, and we're just so excited to embark on this journey again. I think this is like our season 2. We had a season 1, guys. We talked about the pick-me's. Y'all know about our pick-me videos.
Yeah, we are still healing as pick-me.
We are still, girl. I mean,
yeah, we are still. Even now, we find ourselves.
I'm telling you.
Have you arrested yourself?
Yeah.
You are like, excuse me, Mora. Come here. And you're calling yourself.
I'm telling you, even us, we use those videos to revise.
No, we actually, do you know those are the videos I used to revise so that I could take the decision I took last year.
To get out of your previous relationship.
It was not a relationship.
A situation. I'm so sorry. She said moving forward.
I watched those videos and I was speaking to myself and I was like, excuse me. Excuse me, daughter of God. Daughter of Zion.
Daughter of Zion.
Come closer. What's that?
Proverbs 31 woman.
What's the meaning of that?
A woman who knows her identity in Christ. Oh my gosh. Yes. Which brings us to actually the topics that we're going to be talking about in this season 2.
Yes.
Spirituality for those women that believe in God. You know, if you have a relationship with God, or if you're craving to have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Spirituality, obviously relationship, obviously friendship, career will be a big part. Mental health. Want to have guests, you know, new, fun and exciting guests, to just switch up things a little bit.
You can suggest the guests you want us to have here.
Yeah, with love for you guys to suggest.
Or if you feel you're a guest yourself.
Yeah, please reach out to us. We're always open to learning, I think, especially from other women.
Yeah.
And finding ways to just be there for one another, you know, because I think community is so important.
It is very significant. And also I think on this channel we will show you parts of our lives, the parts that are not so glamorous, you know, going to work, going after the things you want, as Kayla said, is very, very difficult.
It's so hard. Yeah.
So these are the plans we have for this channel. Yeah. But whatever and however it goes, we will just bring you along.
Absolutely.
So sometimes we can plan, this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be. Then when it doesn't go like that, we're like, so why are we shooting and we're not
That's
seeing
so true. Yeah.
So the way it will go, that's the way we will go. We will go as it is going. So guys, we are so excited. We hope that we can interact with you more personally this season. Yes. We hope that we can even meet. We should have a meetup.
Yes.
At the end of this season.
For sure. We are hoping to have like a cute meet and greet that is just incredible, you know.
Yeah, and interpersonal.
Yes, very, very interpersonal.
Intimate.
Yeah, because I mean, again, we mentioned that we received so many messages from you guys, and I think the most heartwarming thing was hearing like some girls saying that they felt like we were their big sisters. I know, right? And just feeling like, you know, they missed us.
I mean, don't we deserve somebody to be giving us
guys? We are manifesting a production team. We should manifest a production team.
Imagine I have to get my own one.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We absolutely cannot wait to bring you guys more content. Are we subscribing?
Guys, we're starting a new Instagram page handle. Yes, that's just for this kind of content. Yes, a new YouTube page for just this content.
Yes, absolutely.
So look out for that, and we cannot wait. Bye bye.